You guys, every time that I think that the Zachariah Anderson story can't go more off the rails, it skyrockets off the rails. Today was so crazy. It was so crazy today that I'm probably going to have to tell you what happened in two parts. Okay, in part one of the day, the state rested their case. And I was like, okay, good. So that means maybe this thing will be over soon. And so, as always happened, well, first of all, before they rested their case, they brought in all the other girls that the decedent, the guy who got killed, was talking to. You know what's funny? He was sleeping with Sadie, but he was like talking and inviting other women over to his apartment. If that dumb old Zach had just waited, Sadie probably would have broke up with this dude anyway, and he wouldn't be going to prison for life. But he was impatient and he was stupid. And so he was like, nah. And he goes over to this dude's house and kills him. Also, the defense tried to bring in evidence that he was an abusive boyfriend to other women. Oh, okay, so now we just throwing him right under the bus. But the judge threw all that out because the judge was like, the character of the dude who died does not matter. We value human life. And so if he was a good guy or if he was a terrible guy, then you still can't go around killing people, which excellent point. And also makes me rethink my theory of public service homicides, like the idea that you could kill terrible people and that's okay. So don't do that, because apparently public service homicides also against the law. Now we know. Also, but then, like, what does that mean for the death penalty? Okay, I don't know. I'm not even going to get into that. Also, you know how traditionally at the end of the case, then the defense says, okay, they ask for a directed verdict, which means they go, Judge, those guys haven't proved anything. And then the state goes, Judge, here's why we have proved everything. And then the judge goes, okay, yeah, no, we're not throwing it out. And then you just roll on. Well, today, the arguments were so long, I was like, wait, is discount Jeffrey Tambor gonna throw out this case? What? Oh my God. These lawyers on both sides were lawyering their behinds off. They went above and beyond, and I was here for it. At the end of it, the judge was like, I love a good argument. I think discount Jeffrey Tambor loves his job. And good for him. It's clear he's up there having a really good time. So I was like, okay, great. On to the defense case. So the defense put up a couple of witnesses. They're like, oh, we have this blood expert person. And she's like, I don't think that was blood in the car. And then the prosecution was like, here's the proof that it was blood in the car. And it's the blood of the guy that your guy killed. And the defense was like, oh, okay, never mind. Maybe it was the dead guy's blood in my man's car. Okay, whatever. And then the criminals. Honey, listen. There were a couple of jailhouse informants on this case. It was dueling jailhouse informants. Also, the dudes down at the jail are watching this case on Court TV, and they have opinions. Court TV has entered the chat. Court TV became a part of this case earlier in the trial when the Zachary was like telling his daughter to shut up. And so he was like, shh. And so they were like, oh, are you trying to influence the witness? Because the judge didn't see it happen, but Court TV saw it happen. And people watching on TV were like, hey, did you see what Zachary did? Well, when some of the criminals, I don't know what you call those people who are like in the orange jumpsuits, the dudes who are locked up, they're not criminals yet. I don't know. Okay, we're just going to call them criminals for expediency's sake. So the jailhouse informants, there was a jailhouse informant who testified like, oh yeah, Zach said he did it, and this is how he did it. Wow, the dudes down at the jail saw that, and they were like, hey, that dude is a liar, and here's the proof that I have. And also, he was coached by the prosecution. And Court TV caught the prosecution coaching the jailhouse informant. And so there was a lot of back and forth about that. And then they replayed the testimony over and over and over. Here's the thing. The jailhouse informant said, now cover your children's ears because I'm about to use a bad word. The jailhouse informant said that Zach in his sleep said, die, mother effer, die, mother effer. And so the prosecuting attorney apparently repeated what this guy said or appeared to repeat it. Did he say it at the same time? Did he say it after the jailhouse informant said it? We don't know. Was there a lag? Is that one statement proof that he was telling the witness what to say? So they played that clip over and over and over. It was like, you know how like a remix, how they just like go and play it back and forth over and over and over. The judge kept playing the clip over and over in court where you hear him go, die mother effer, die mother effer, die mother, die mother effer. Oh my God, I was hysterical. And then ultimately they played this clip for the jury. And well, actually, they didn't play the clip for the jury. They just said what the guy supposedly said. And I was just like, I'm so confused by this entire case. And then that guy got off the stand. Okay. After that guy left the stand, somebody had to be escorted loudly out of the gallery. I don't know what happened. They didn't show what happened, but somebody from the audience was wrestling. First of all, the court is not full. Like most of the pews in the courtroom, totally empty. But then you see the deputies wrestling some guy out of the back door. And I was like, what is happening in this case? Then a different jailhouse informant gets on the stand and he's like, yeah, that guy who was here before, he told me that he was just going to make up lies about Zach's case so he can get his time reduced. And I was like, wait, what now? So the defense attorneys were like, okay, we're going to bring this other dude. And honestly, the second criminal looked clean cut. Yes, he was in orange, but I was like, oh, he looks honest. He was like, I'm just here to tell the truth. I'm just trying to do the right thing. And I was like, oh, he seems nice and wholesome. Okay. And then they asked him, did the state promise you anything for your prosecution? He was like, yes, they did. They said I could do less time. I was like, oh. He was like, I'm just here to tell the truth. I was like, oh, well, tell us everything. Honey, the prosecutor was melting all the way down. Like, no, objection. It was a 4-ring circus today. And so then I was like, okay, Mr. Prosecution, you have promised this guy things. Like, what do you have to say for yourself? Then the prosecutor got up there and ripped this guy to shreds, proved 100 different ways this dude was a criminal and a liar and a crafty criminal. They were like, how many criminal convictions do you have? He was like, 11. Dude, 11? The Jews you was snitching on only had 2 or 3. You got 11? And they were like, didn't you have a sophisticated scheme to smuggle heroin or whatever into the prison? He was like, mm-hmm. And they were like, didn't you falsify a bunch of documents? He was like, mm-hmm. They said, wait, you said you were in the hole with the other criminal for like 3 months. Isn't it true you were only in the hole with that other criminal for 3 days? He was like, oh, it might have just been 3 days. So all these dudes is liars. Everybody is a liar. You know what? I probably knew this. Not the best caliber of people are hanging out in our prison system. Now, some of them are innocent. Some of them didn't do it. They are all innocent until proven guilty. But mister, I've been convicted of crimes 11 times, 11 different felonies, and I'm looking at a lot more time. And I falsified legal documents to smuggle heroin into the prison. And then I went on the stand and said I didn't do it. And when they showed me proof, he was like, oh yeah, I totally did that. Dude, you might want to stay off the stand. And that letter you thought you was going to get from the prosecution, that's not forthcoming. This is not going to work out for you. It's just not. Today was crazy. Apparently, oh, look, it looks like I'm going to get this all done in just one take. So the defense thinks that they will be done on Monday. Hopefully they will be done on Monday, and then there will be closing arguments and jury instructions, and then there will be deliberations. How long do you think they're going to deliberate? I suspect not long. Zach, boo-boo, my friend, get ready to watch that video on how duct tape prevents prison rape or whatever it was called. You know what it was, something like that. I'm going to need you to be prepared to, squat and cough, my friend, because you go into the big house for a long, long time for murder, even though there's no body. Like, you thought no body, no crime? Nah, my man. Honestly, if he were better, it was clearly a crime of passion because he left a mess. If you plan things, at least clean up. Don't have blood in your truck. In your truck? Get an Uber. Can you put a dead body in an Uber? I don't know what the regulations are. Anyway, so next week, old Zach is probably going to prison, but I don't know because he's innocent until proven guilty. We're going to see. I suspect he going to jail. All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.